So today, I'll just take you through how we can approve a time card. So if you are a manager, and these are the employees reporting to you, okay, how to approve employees time card is into first open, click on employee, click on go to, and click on time cards. So go to is an option to go to time card, schedules, and everything. Okay, so you need to click on time cards. So it will be mostly paper based. You will be approving the previous paper because current paper is not completed, right? So the previous paper is the one which we will be approving. So to approve, it's very simple. You need to review his time card. If there is any correction needs to be done or any leaves that needs to be voucher. So you will review it, and if everything looks good, you need to click on approve time card and click on approve. So currently, if you see the time card is showing white, so as soon as you approve the time card, the color of the time card will change. So this is to differentiate how much the time card is approved. And the second level of approval, which the payroll officer or as Kronos consultant will do, is sign off. So that is here. This is the second level of approval, which we will be doing, which is sign off. So once you do the sign off, again the color will change to grayed out. So once you sign off, you cannot edit anything. All the columns will be grayed out. You cannot edit anything. So there are two levels of approval. One is approving time card and one is sign off. While you approve, the hours which are voucher are approved, and the time card will turn back to yellow color. And but still, the manager will be able to do some edits if needed. Okay, but once you do the sign off, the time card is completely locked out, and even the manager will not be able to make any changes unless and until if he has access to remove the sign off. Mostly removing the sign off only will be available to payroll officer or the Kronos consultants. Okay, so that's about how to approve the time card and remove sign off. So, like since this is second session, I'm taking you through the lighter options. After 4 or 5 sessions, we'll start with the setups. Okay, so that is about the time card. So now, if you see here, next item which I need to take you through is we had one test employee which we used to land punches and tests. I think Jane Smith. So currently, the employee is not assigned with any shift, right? You can see here the schedule is empty. Yeah. So usually, what happens is in every Kronos working environment, the employees will be assigned with the shift, and they will punch in and punch out according to that particular shift only. Okay. So they will not just randomly punch in and punch out. Then we will have some restrictions to make sure that only the employee would be able to punch in and punch out during the shift hours, not anytime. Okay. So how to add a employee to a particular shift? Okay. So this work is majorly done from the what to say the manager's end. Manager will be responsible for doing or adding a schedule. Okay. So how he will do is he will select one employee or maybe for 3 or 4 employee, and he will click on go to and schedules. Clear? Well, we are selecting an employee, click on go to and schedules. Okay. This will open up a separate page called schedule planner. This is the place where we need to assign an employee to a particular shift or schedule. Okay. So if I give previous schedule, but it will give the number of dates, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What are the dates here? 10, 20. I'll go 1 week back so that we match the data there. So we are at the page. So I just changed the date range. Everything else is same. I just changed the date range to match what date range we have here so that we can see the results. Okay. So here the time card starts at 10:08 to 10:23. I'm just changing it here 10:08. So how to add an employee to schedule? Say, example, we have a requirement. So example, this employee has a shift of like this employee is assigned with the shift of Monday to Thursday. For this employee, the manager is assigned with the task that this employee works from Monday through Thursday. Okay, and on Monday he works from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, and on Tuesday he works from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm just giving an example. Mostly people will be working on same timings throughout the week, but I'm just giving an example. And on Wednesday is again working on 6 a.m. through 4 p.m. And on Thursday, he has a shift of 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Clear on this requirement? This is the shift timings for employee for a particular week. And this will be replicating for each week. Okay. So he works 4 days a week and at these timings. So if a manager wants to do this, first Monday he works from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. First, let's add that particular shift. We'll go to Monday. We need to right click on it. Just right click on it. Click on add shift. You need to right click and click on add shift. Okay. And here you need to choose employee starts at 6 a.m. and ends at 2 p.m. So once you have done start time and end time, and the type should be regular. There will be 3 types: regular, break, and transfer. So here we are concentrating on single shift. So first let's start with normal, which is regular. Okay. I'll click on apply. So then you can see here the employee starts at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. The shift is available. Most important thing is you need to save the data. Okay. So now you see here it will show you, okay, Jane Smith is assigned with the 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift. That is 8-hour shift for that particular day. Clear? But we have added only for one day. But say this is a pattern. There's a pattern which employee follows for other days too. So instead of going and adding one by one for each week and each day, there is a shortcut where we can add multiple days of shift on a single chart, even for n number of years. If this is the shift is going to follow for next 2 months or next 1 year or for like forever, we can add it based on that. So for that, what we need to do, we have a concept called schedule pattern. Okay. So that for that, we will receive the request. We will receive a request stating that we need to create they will put a ticket stating that we need to create this particular schedule pattern in system, that is Monday through Thursday. They were like, this should be the schedule pattern which we need to create. Okay. In that case, what we need to do is first step in setup. Here, if you go to setup, there will be a separate option called scheduler setup. Here, we are going to work on 2 items this time, which is one is shift template and one is pattern templates. First, we need to create shift template. Shift template is for each day. Okay. So first, I'm going to create a shift template. You need to create a shift template is nothing. How we added a shift. Similar to that, we are going to create a template so that each time we no need to go in and put a timing there. It will look similar to what we saw when creating a shift. It will have the type as regular, transfer, break, and so on. So when we are going to put a start time of 6 a.m. and end time of 2 p.m. Because we need this as the first shift here, right? We have 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we are going to create that first and we'll give a name, a meaningful name stating 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then we again, the next item which we need is 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I'll click on save and new. And now I will create 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. I will give 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. as a name for this. And I'll click on save and new so that I can put the last one, which is 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now it's 6 a.m. So we have created all the three shifts and we have given a meaningful name to them: 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., and 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have our shifts created. Now, what we are going to see is the next item, which is under scheduler setup, is pattern template. We are going to make this as a pattern. So, how the pattern template would look like is look like a work week for us. So each day we need to pick a particular day. Either we can go here and directly enter 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for Mondays, like or that, or we have an option called you need to click on Monday, you need to click on insert shift. Please like note this one. You need to click on the particular day. And as per our requirement, Monday is 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So once you click on Monday, you need to click on insert shift. And here you need to pick our shift because we have already created, right? 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's here. We have selected here. And again for Tuesday and Wednesday, it is 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we are going to select that shift. Sorry, it's yeah, I'll just click on this insert shift and 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. And again, to do this here, you can do two things. You can copy, or we can again click on insert shift and put it there. If you're going to duplicate a particular shift to another day, there is an option to copy and paste it here. Because Tuesday and Wednesday are same shifts, right? You can click here and click on insert shift and enter it again. But if you want to do it this way, you can do it. Or even there is another option. Even if you don't want to put any shifts there, you can directly enter, but the ideal practice is to create the shift and then enter here. You can directly enter 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Even that works. But the ideal way to do is you need to click here, click on insert shift, and click on 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sometimes the manual entry might create an issue. Okay. And Thursday we have another shift which is 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sorry, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. 6 a.m. It's not showing up here. Why is it not coming? Did we save it? Saved it, right? Okay, it's missing out. I think it's sorted somewhere differently. Or maybe we already. It's not showing up. So for this alone, we'll enter it manually for time. Okay, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Clear? So now we have given a pattern to it so that the employee works on these days. Like this is this weekly pattern for that employee. Okay. So this work we need to do. We will get tickets or change requests from the manager or client to do this. Okay. So we will give it as consider these people are from Chicago. So this is Chicago work group of Chicago, maybe janitor for janitor people, and it's for first we need to put the patterns name so that we understand that Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday, four p.m. Tuesday to Wednesday, I'll just keep it as Monday through Thursday, and I'll put maybe janitors underscore Chicago. Okay, so this will be the name. Just note it down. Now, notepad. We need to give them this name. We have created this one. Save this now. Okay, now what we'll do is, now if you go to the schedule panel, okay, we already have this, but we'll right click on this employee name, and we'll have an option called schedule pattern. Okay, now we need to click here, and you need not to touch the anchor date. Anchor date would be like initially it should be Monday, it's wrong. So I'll just select the date. So it's showing a weekly one. Okay, now this is fine. Only thing you need to choose is choose a start date. So we are going to start our pattern from maybe 10/10 is the first date we are going to start from this Monday. And the end date, if you give forever, it will take for up to 100 years, 200 years. Okay. So we need not to do that. Currently, we have a requirement stating that it's going to extend for 2 months. Okay. From 10/10 November to end of like 10/10 October to end of November. So once you choose the date, there is an option here called insert pattern template. So here you need to look for our pattern template, Monday through Thursday, janitor, Chicago. Just click on that and automatically it will add the shift here. Just click on the pattern template, choose the pattern template and click on add, it will add it. Okay, and if you see here for Monday, already we mistakenly manually added our shift. We want to delete this. Or in live environment, the employee might have different shift already assigned to for these 2 months. We only need to wipe that shift and add the schedule. That's how in the live environment it will happen, right? They might have a different shift, and if they're changing to a different shift, we need to first wipe whatever they have for the future date and then add our new schedules, right? So for that option, we have a item called override other patterns. Okay, once you click on that, it will override if there is any other schedules available in the system, and we'll put our data into it. So we are going to assign this shift for employee from 10/10 to 30th of November. Okay, and to click on yes, and it will show you. Okay, we are going to start on 11th, end on 30. This is a like weekly pattern, and the pattern is 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Monday, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Tuesday and Wednesdays, and 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Thursday. Click on OK. So this is replicating. It should be deleted automatically, but it's not working. So let me delete this manually. Yeah. Now let me just save it out. If you see the shift it's applying the pattern, and once you refresh it, it will be applied. Yeah. So we assign from 10/10 to 10/13. You can see here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday it's coming up properly. And if you go to the next week also, the state shift will be there. It will be there till it's only the Sunday date. So it will be there till 11:30. Okay, 30th of November, because we have ended on 30th of November. And one more item which we need to know here is, example, this particular shift for Monday and Thursday, it's fine. But for Tuesday and Wednesday, they are stating that they have a particular meal break available on 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for these people. Okay. So how to add a meal break? How to add a meal break means we can right click here. We can edit. Even in the pattern template, we can give it, but I'm just showing you how to add it in shift. You need to click on edit. Okay. So we have a meal break at 12 p.m. So first we will end this at 12 p.m. Then we will go here and click on plus. And here the type we need to choose as break. Break 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The employee is going to take a break, and then again he will start his shift from 1 p.m. and work till 4 p.m. Clear on this? Just have a look into that, how I have created it. Same day, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And again 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. is type is break, and again he resumes his work as 1 p.m. and ends it at 4 p.m. Okay. Apply. We can add any number of breaks. It's purely based on the client's requirement. If they need to add more than one break, we can do it. Okay, there are some states, if an employee works on 10-hour shift, he is supposed to take 2 breaks of 30 minutes. Okay. That we can add based on that. In at 6 a.m. and punch out at 4 p.m. if he's not going to take break. That also depends on the client's requirement. If they want to enforce it, we can enforce it, but it's not through schedules. We'll do it through pay policies. But if we put a schedule and if the employee punches out at 12 p.m., it will consider it as a break, and he needs to punch in at again at 1 p.m. to resume his shift. And so let me. Yeah, this view will give you a better understanding. Yeah. Previously, we were in the tabular view. I'll just give you the graph view. Here, you can easily understand where the break is out. You can see the blank space, right, in between the shift. That means this particular shift has a break. Yeah. And in this view, say example, today alone, the manager feels, okay, this employee might work till 5 p.m. We have more works. We need to extend this shift, okay? In that case, you can directly go here, extend till 5 p.m. 4:35, whatever you want. Okay, and save it out. And today, the manager feels like we have worked only till 10 a.m. We can just shuffle it to 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. We can directly swing like this, or we can right click and edit also. Depends on our flexibility. Okay. So this is about how to add a schedule, how to edit a schedule, how to make a pattern and assign for a number of days, how to delete a schedule. Delete a schedule again is the same thing. You just need to right click and click on delete. That's it. It will delete it. Clear? Here also we can copy and paste a schedule. Like I need to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. I can right click and paste it. Or say to this week, employee is not going to work on Monday. Rather than he's going to work his Monday shift on Friday, I can cut and paste here. Cut, copy, every option is here. Manual edit is there. You can have a pattern created and add a pattern. So these are all the options available under schedules. So, and one more thing is, once you add a schedule, you will have that viewed in your time card. You can see these schedules will be added here. So I can directly punch in at 6 a.m. and punch out at 5 p.m. Okay, that is also acceptable. Okay, we can save it. It will accept it. Or he can punch for when is we have added break. Okay, today only, right? This Tuesday. So he can punch in at 6 a.m. and punch out at 12 p.m. Like here, he is not going to use system. He is going to either swipe in or swipe out. So he need not to enter it. He just need to swipe in and swipe out. Okay. But since we are going to replicate the issue with system in the time card, we need to click on plus button to add one more in and out. Okay. If you add the plus button, it will give you one more row where I'll put the rest timing here. This is how it will look like if he's taking a break and then starting his work after the break ends. It itself is now stating that he has taken more than 30 minutes, which is a long break. According to his payroll, which is assigned, 30 minutes is the limit for the break. So since he has taken more than 30 minutes, it is showing a long break, which is fine. Okay. So, and if an employee has no punches, has a schedule and has no punches on that particular day, automatically the manager will be notified through this exception stating unexcused absence. Okay. This is the most important feature of schedule. The manager will be notified that employee has an unexcused absence. Yeah, this is how normal time card and the time card with the schedule differs. Okay, that's all about the schedules. And then let me take you through what is the other topic. Yeah. Okay. The next item is putting commands in a time card. So how to add up commands to time card? Say, so today I'm starting at 6 a.m. Then an employee starts at 6 a.m. and leaves by maybe 11 a.m. itself. Okay, this day. Okay, it will throw out an error. We have some. It will say he's early out because he left before his shift ends. So manager will be notified regarding this, and if the manager knows the reason and it's a genuine reason, maybe he is not well or he is in a medical emergency or personal emergency, so he needs to leave early, he can justify this exception. This is what we call as exception by putting a command to this punch. Okay. So how to add up a command to this punch means you need to right click on the punch and click on commands. Okay, and in that he can select a particular command. There will be a lot of commands inbuilt available. Okay, so right now let's choose a command stating that he's sick, so he left. This depends on the company's recognition. So like here we have around only 10 commands. If needed, the command needs more commands, we can add that. Okay. Currently, we are assuming that the employee has informed the manager that he is sick, so he is leaving early. So we need to choose that command, and if needed, we can put some additional notes also stating that he's having eye pain, something, some reason for so that we can understand while we later see this time card. Clear? We'll click on add and we'll click on OK. So now you will have a command item near to the punch. You can see this icon. It will give you what command? CF sick with the doctor note, and the reason is eye pain. This is how the employee. Okay. And also, this is currently showing in red, right? We can review this by putting a right click and again mark as review. So we have reviewed this particular exception. He is early out, but we have reviewed this. And he's early out. We have reviewed this, so it becomes green. And the reason for that is sick, and the reason is eye pain. That's the last item we are discussing today. That is comes under, if you go here, there is an option called common setup, and there we have commands and commands, right? Okay, so in this commands is where we'll create a different commands. So whatever we saw in that drop down will be available here. CF sick with doctor note. You can see here, right? So say we need a command stating that personal emergency. We can click on new and we can click maybe punches and paycos or exception something. Punches means we can add that command to a particular punch. If it's pay code means say I'm putting some vacation code and some like a sick code there. In that also I can add it. So mostly we'll choose punch and pay code. And here we need to put the command's name. We can put it as like personal emergency. Code number, these items are not mandatory. We can just save and return. So now if you go to this particular, how we can edit the command also, we can see like this. So now mistakenly the manager has put it as eye pain and with the doctor note. But the real reason is he has left for personal emergency. So if he wants to, if the doctor wants to, like if the manager wants to edit it, he can right click on the punch again, click on commands. The existing command will come. He can click on X mark here so that this will go. Now we can click on add command and put our command, which is personal. Okay, we need to refresh it 1 second. Refresh. Again, commands. Add command. Personal. Okay, it is taking some time to reflect here. Let me close this and open it again. Okay, now let's see if it is. It will sometimes it will take some time to reflect back. I'll just cancel the previous command. I'll see if at least now it's available. Personal, yeah, personal emergency. So you can see here, right? What are the command we created there? It will be available here. To create it, we need to go to administration. To test it, we need to come to the time card. We can put personal emergency and it's like maybe whatever the reason or house maintenance, something. Personal can be anything, right? Some reason, or even this is a optional one. If you want, you can add it, or you can just leave it blank. Only command is mandatory. If we need to put it up here, okay. Personal emergency, house maintenance, save it out. This is how we edit a command, as well as this is how we create a command here. Yeah, I'm just taking you through the lighter options and little bit on the setup. So today we have seen how to put a schedule pattern, and how to see that in time card, and how we can review a particular exception and add commands to it, and also how to create commands. Okay.